I'm George Fontas, Senior Vice President at Capellino and Company. So we're a lobbying firm. We lobby New York City government for a range of different items. We work with a lot of not-for-profit clients seeking funds in city government to support their programmatic needs and, in many cases, capital construction at their sites. The other work that we do is some advocacy work, policy work for clients who are looking to essentially advocate for one policy or another, at the city level. And then, of course, we represent a lot of New York City landowners and building developers, both, someone who wants to build 20 units of affordable housing and somebody who wants to build, a massive new building in Midtown, for example. Recently, we took a client on, which was a small business in Queens that was on city-owned land, and they had been operating for 15 years successfully. It was an immigrant family, father and son team, and for various reasons, the city of New York was going to move them off their land. It was going to cause them to lose their business. 5 of their employees were going to lose their jobs, and they had no idea what they were going to do. We took the engagement, we worked with this team, we worked with the city to find workaround solutions around the problems. These 2 gentlemen who thought they were going to lose their business and their family was going to be in a tough spot, recently we found out that the city is going to work with us and we're going to save that business, we're going to save those people's jobs. It's a small business client, probably somebody who wouldn't normally hire a lobbyist, and it was just a great feeling because we felt like we won one for the little guy. Probably in 5 years, I want my business card to say what it says today, which is Senior Vice President, Capellino and Company. If I had to give one piece of advice to someone who is younger than me, it would be, and it is, take as many opportunities as you can, do as much as you can. And if that means working extraordinary hours to do as much as you can, then that's what you should be doing. It'll open up more doors for you, it'll create more opportunities for you, it'll help you grow as a person, help you grow professionally. And a few years later down the line, when you're 25, 30, 35, 40, whatever it is, opening those doors, meeting more people will help, and doing a good job will help you in your future. And I think that's incredibly important. So it'd probably, first of all, I'd be hanging out with my wife. I'd probably be driving on a weekend trip somewhere, or out to Philadelphia for some cheesesteaks, or maybe going out to Queens to catch a baseball game, hanging out in the park and playing soccer, basically just relaxing, trying not to look at my iPhone or my BlackBerry, and just having a good time, relaxed. So I often get compared to, not because he's so smart, but I often get compared to Bradley Whitford's character in The West Wing by friends of mine, just because he was so fired up all the time about whatever it is he was working on, and I tend to get pretty excited about the things that I'm working on. So probably Bradley Whitford. I tend to eat lunch the same place for lunch for like 3 months at a time, or 2 months at a time, more or less. And then I'll switch to another place, and then I'll go back to that former place for another month, and I don't know why I do that. I think it's just because it becomes a habit, and that's just where I eat for like a month. So whenever I go back, the workers are always like, "Well, what happened to you? Where'd you go?" And I'm like, "Oh, I just went next door." They were like, "For a month?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I guess."